And now I want to head back to the other big story we are following today with Benjamin Netanyahu getting ready to sit down with President Biden. And after their meeting today, they'll be meeting with hostage families as frustration mounts among some of those relatives and inside the White House over the pace of hostage talks under Netanyahu's leadership. We're joined now by Maya Roman. Her relative Carmel Gott was taken hostage on October 7th and is still being held in Gaza. Maya, my heart goes out to you. Thank you for joining us. I want to revisit part of Prime Minister Netanyahu's speech to Congress yesterday. Listen.
The war in Gaza could end tomorrow if Hamas surrenders, disarms, and returns all the hostages. But if they don't, Israel will fight until we destroy Hamas's military capabilities, end its rule in Gaza, and bring all our hostages home. That's what total victory means, and we will settle for nothing less.
What is your reaction to what we heard there from the Prime Minister and his just in general message during that address yesterday?
It makes me sad. It makes me very sad. We had high hopes that Prime Minister Netanyahu would mention the deal, would maybe even announce that he is signing a deal during his speech. That was why a lot of the hostage families back home asked him not to come and give the speech before he can announce the hostage deal. And I think what we heard from him, for starters, he did not mention the hostage deal during his entire speech. He didn't mention it once. For another, the claim here that we can possibly get the hostages out via military operations is just wrong. We know it's wrong. The operation to release the 4 hostages that were released in June took 2 months to plan. At that rate, we would never see the remaining 120 hostages back home if we had to rely only on military operations. Furthermore, we know that the heads of the military, the heads of intelligence, everyone have already stated that now is the best time to move forward with the deal that we know is on the table, that Hamas has been sufficiently hit and that they are now willing to make a deal. And so this idea that we can continue on hitting them more and more and more and somehow get a better deal or somehow reach, whatever total victory means to the Prime Minister is just wrong. There is a very clear victory here. And that victory would be to bring back the hostages that are alive and those that are dead. And that is the only thing that can truly be considered a victory in this situation. And now there is an actual opportunity to do that. And our Prime Minister is delaying it at the cost of possibly the lives of our loved ones. And to hear that, to be there during his speech, and to hear the members of Congress applauding him over and over, it was a really, really hard experience. You could see all the hostage families in the gallery not moving, most of them not applauding. You could see in their faces they were having just a terrible experience. Some of my family members were arrested because they wore shirts that said "seal the deal" and stood up and displayed them during the speech. It was a very hard experience.
I'm sorry for what you're going through, and I know how frustrated you must be. We can hear it in how you describe what you've been experiencing. We did hear in that same speech yesterday, Prime Minister Netanyahu saying, quote, "I will not rest until all their loved ones are home, all of them." Do you feel like he understands you and your family members?
I feel we're not his top priority. I'm glad that he at least says that he is committed to bringing everyone back. I'm sure that he does want to bring everyone back. I don't think he wishes harm on our families, but I think he is prioritizing other things, possibly his own political survival and agenda. And he's not doing the necessary steps to make sure that our loved ones are back. They can already be back. Carmel, who is my cousin's sister-in-law, my cousin Yarden, was also kidnapped. Yarden was released during the first humanitarian deal. Carmel was supposed to be released during that deal. It was for all the women and children. And the deal fell through before we could get her home. She was so close to us. Since then, it's been 5 additional months, almost 300 days that Carmel is over there. And once again, she is so close to us. We keep hearing from American officials, from Israeli officials, that a deal is on the table, is so close to being signed. And the person currently not signing it is our prime minister. And there are no words for someone that is stopping you from getting your loved one back. Of course, it's not, the situation requires both sides. We're dealing with a terrorist organization, and we can see that the military pressure applied during these past couple of months has been crucial in finally making Hamas be willing to deal with us and be willing to accept the deal. So I think the prime minister has been doing a lot of things right. But now is the time to end it, to seal the deal, to make sure that we get to the finish line, to bring us the total victory that he has been working for.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he's waiting for, what we're waiting for.
Well, Maya Roman, thank you so much for sharing your feelings with us and your thoughts. Carmel looks like an absolutely beautiful, vibrant woman. And those pictures of her smile, you can just see that energy that she has radiating out of her. Thank you very much. I sure hope she gets home to your family very soon.